Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Moore v. Harper and the decision that came down from the Supreme Court. Okay, so they rejected it. They rejected independent state legislature theory. 6-3. It was the usual suspects dissenting. For those who need a recap, this was the case that would really pave the way for state legislatures to destroy American democracy. There's really no other way to frame this. It would give state legislatures just unlimited authority outside of the scope of judicial review to set the stage, to make sure that they could determine the outcome of federal elections. It would allow them to reject anything they didn't like. It would allow them to say that certain votes wouldn't count. It would allow them to pick their voters rather than the voters pick the politicians. Now, there was a point in time in the United States where the idea of this would just be laughable. It wouldn't have gotten anywhere. It certainly wouldn't have been something that anybody was kind of apprehensive about a Supreme Court ruling on. At the end, the majority of justices, they were basically like, hey, words have definitions. And the way you're reading this clause of the Constitution, that's not a normal reading. You're adding stuff. You are trying to subvert the Republic through this means. They weren't quite that direct with it, but that was definitely the tone. The most important part, the Elections Clause does not insulate state legislatures from the ordinary exercise of state judicial review. Okay, so does this ruling, does it just mean that independent state legislature theory is dead? No, it doesn't. But they did kind of put it in critical condition today. They really did. So that is good news. At the same time, this isn't over. You will have people who want to adopt this, because over the last few years, there have been a number of corrupting influences within the Republican Party that have led many Republicans to abandon the Republic. The Supreme Court made the right decision. Even the dissents were pretty weak, to be honest. It was more like, this is moot. We don't really need to deal with this right now. So while there was certainly some interest and support for this theory, it doesn't look like it has enough traction anytime soon to go anywhere. And again, that is really, really good news. This is a case that, when we first started covering it, an existential threat to American democracy. So, you have some good news today. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.